Attention passionate Dallas, COWBOYSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Dallas, COWBOYSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. I hope you're as excited as I am because the NFL landscape, especially in the NFC East, is buzzing with some serious shakeups. And if you're a diehard Cowboys supporter, you know how crucial every move, every decision, and every game can be in shaping the road to the Super Bowl. This season has been one of the most unpredictable in recent years, with the Dallas Cowboys looking to capitalize on their talent and experience to make a real statement. But there's more happening behind the scenes that could drastically alter the division hierarchy, and that's exactly what we're here to dissect today. Let's start by setting the scene. The Dallas Cowboys, a franchise with a storied history, a loyal fan base, and an ever-growing roster of stars, have been eyeing another deep playoff run for quite some time. After falling just short in recent seasons, there's a palpable sense of urgency and determination. The team has been making strategic moves in the offseason, bolstering their defense with key free agent signings and trying to iron out some inconsistencies on offense. But what's really caught everyone's attention is the potential trade market that's starting to heat up, with some key players possibly changing hands before the start of the season. Now, I want to clarify something right off the bat. Trades in the NFL can be game changers, especially when they involve impact players who can shift the entire dynamics of a team or division. The Cowboys, known for their savvy management, are constantly exploring options to improve their roster, whether that's through draft picks, free agent signings, or potential trades. And this season, the talk is that they're exploring some intriguing trade candidates, players who could possibly be on the move before the regular season kicks off. One of the most discussed names right now is in the offensive line, an area where the Cowboys have shown both strength and vulnerability. The offensive line has been a cornerstone of their success in recent years, but injuries and inconsistent performance have prompted the front office to consider adding depth or experience through trades. Some reports suggest that Dallas might be looking at veteran linemen from other teams, players who can step in immediately and provide stability. If they succeed in bringing in such a player, it could give Dak Prescott even more confidence to unleash his arm and lead the offense with more consistency. But it's not just the offensive line that's under the microscope. The defense, which has been a strength of the Cowboys, is also a prime target for potential upgrades. The secondary in particular has been a focal point for fans and analysts alike. With the departure of some key cornerbacks and safeties, Dallas has been exploring options to bolster their pass defense. There are rumors of trade talks involving veteran cornerbacks from other teams, trying to find a player who can bring leadership and experience to a young secondary. Adding a seasoned veteran at this stage could be the missing piece that elevates the Cowboys' defense to elite status. Now, what about the trade candidates that are making the rounds? Well, some names have been floated around, like players from teams that are rebuilding or trying to shed salary. It's common in the NFL to see teams trade away veterans for draft picks or young prospects, and the Cowboys are always in a position to capitalize on those scenarios. For example, some insiders have mentioned the possibility of Dallas targeting a linebacker or a pass rusher, players who can provide pressure on the quarterback and help improve the team's overall pass rush efficiency. An addition like that could be a game changer, especially if it helps the Cowboys generate more sacks and turnovers. But of course, every trade has its risks. It's all about finding the right fit, the right chemistry, and making sure that the player coming in can adapt quickly to the Cowboys' system. The front office, led by Jerry Jones and his team of scouts and analysts, has a long history of making bold moves before the season begins. Sometimes those moves pay off immediately, like the acquisition of key players in previous years who went on to be instrumental in playoff runs. Other times, they serve as depth and insurance, which is just as valuable in a long NFL season. As for the players themselves, the current roster is stacked with talent. Dak Prescott, coming off a solid season, is hungry to prove that he can lead the Cowboys deep into the playoffs. His connection with receivers like CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Ayuk has been promising, but consistency remains the key. The offensive line, as I mentioned earlier, needs to stay healthy and cohesive, and if the Cowboys can add some veteran presence to stabilize that front, it could make all the difference. On defense, Micah Parsons continues to be one of the most disruptive players in the league. His explosiveness, versatility, and relentless motor make him a nightmare for offenses. The Cowboys are counting on him to anchor their pass rush and be a leader on that side of the ball. Behind him, the secondary has been a work in progress, but with the right additions, perhaps a veteran cornerback or safety, they could transform into one of the league's top units. Now, let's talk about expectations. The Cowboys are not just aiming for a playoff appearance. They want to contend for the NFC Championship and ultimately the Super Bowl. That's been the mantra in Dallas for years, and with the talent they possess, it's not an unreasonable goal. However, the NFL is a league of parity and every team has its own set of challenges. Injuries, unexpected slumps, or even just tough matchups can derail a season. That said, the Cowboys' front office has shown a clear intent to stay aggressive, and that could involve making that bold trade or two before the season proper begins. Looking at the division, the NFC East has seen some intriguing shifts. The Eagles, last year's division champs, are still a formidable force with Jalen Hurts leading a balanced attack. The Giants have shown signs of improvement, especially on defense, and are hoping that Daniel Jones can take the next step. The Washington Commanders are in a bit of a rebuild, but they're trying to surprise some people this year. So for the Cowboys, the competition is fierce and every little edge counts. A well-timed trade or a key acquisition could be the difference between a division title and a wildcard spot. That's why the rumors of potential trades are so exciting. They hint at a team that's willing to do what it takes to elevate their chances. And we can't forget about the importance of team chemistry and leadership. The Cowboys have a locker room filled with veteran players who understand what it takes to win. Leaders like Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, and Tyron Smith are vital in maintaining focus and pushing the team forward. But adding a veteran through trade, someone who can bring stability and experience, could be a crucial factor in guiding the team through the ups and downs of a long NFL season. It's a delicate balance, bringing in new talent without disrupting the chemistry that the coaching staff and front office are carefully managing. As we look ahead, the Cowboys' schedule is no cakewalk. They'll face tough divisional rivals, high-powered offenses, and formidable defenses. Every game will be a test of their depth, resilience, and adaptability. That's why every move, including potential trades, will be scrutinized and celebrated depending on how it impacts the team's performance on the field. Fans are eagerly awaiting the start of training camp, where we'll see how these potential trade targets fit into the picture, how the new pieces gel with the existing roster, and what the team's true identity will become opening day. In the bigger picture, the Cowboys are in a prime position to make a statement this year. They have the talent, the coaching, and the motivation. The front office's willingness to explore the trade market shows that they're not content with just making the playoffs, they want to go all the way. Every fan dreams of that ultimate Super Bowl victory, and with the right moves, a little bit of luck, and a lot of hard work, this could be the year Dallas finally lifts that trophy again. Now, I want to bring it back to you, the fans, because your voice is what makes this community special. What do you think about these trade rumors? Do you believe the Cowboys should make a bold move before the season starts? Or do you think they should stay the course with what they have? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing your opinions. Remember, this is your team, your passion, and every insight helps us all get closer to understanding what's coming next for the Dallas Cowboys. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. Thanks for being part of this journey, and as always, let's keep that Cowboy spirit alive.